just took my glasses off, so I was a little disheveled there for a minute. I'll wait a second for everybody to get on. If you are on today's live Facebook, if you could just say hi, or where you're from, or how sick of winter you are. I have to admit, I think my craft room's kind of a mess back there. Sorry about that. I'm sick of winter. So like I said, if you're here, say hello. And hey Donna, how are ya? Today I just have a quick and easy card, and I kind of copied. I'm going to show you how to kind of use a sketch to create a card using the materials you have. So let me flip this camera around. These are the cards I made yesterday. I don't know if you guys were on Facebook or Instagram. I showed these. These are from the Paper Pumpkin Kit. They're adorable. They're like real photographs. So fun. I'm not really I like flowers, but I really like these cards. And I'm using them because today's card that we're going to make is this one. And what I did was I kind of copied it off of all of them. I kind of used some little elements. But see, you can take little elements from other cards and use them with what you have. Okay, this card, which I told you I just kind of copied the elements from these cards, which Stampin' Up artist created these cards, so it has to be good, right? And I did flowers because I am so ready for spring. And I did hear today that in Kansas City, although it's going to rain on Saturday, it's going to be 50 degrees, which bring it, bring it, bring it. Hey, Donna. So for the card base, it's 8.5 inches wide by 5.5 inches, 8.5 inches wide by 5.5 inches long. I scored it in the middle, folded it in half. That's your card base. So you can get 2 card bases out of one 8.5 by 11 inch piece of cardstock. And then I'm going to do it in the landscape mode, this card. So then all I did was take a piece of, this color is Shaded Spruce. It is 5 1/4 by 3 1/2. And I adhered a piece of 3 1/4 by 5 of this DSP. This is the Garden Impressions Designer Series paper that's in our annual catalog. And I love it, especially look at all these florals I had to go through. It's just the bright colors, the flowers, the sunshine. I'm needing it. I'm needing a fix. So I wanted to use something bright and cheery today. So these are 6 by 6 Designer Series papers. And I love all of them. They have an A side and a B side. Okay, so all I did was adhere the Designer Series paper to the Shaded Spruce cardstock. And then I took some Night of Navy Baker's Twine, because that color is also in our Designer Series paper. And I just wrapped it around. I'll get all these other scraps out of the way. Wrapped it around and tied it in a bow over on the left-hand side. This is where you guys have to talk amongst yourselves because I'm very slow at the bows. I use my tweezers. That helps. I think my fingers are just so big. I'm not as agile as I used to be. Okay. That's why I kind of keep it on the spool, so I don't use so much. Otherwise, I would need a lot to tie a bow, and then I would waste a lot. But baker's twine, you know, it's very, very cheap. I mean, it's a good value. You get a lot of it for a little bit. I think they're $3 for a spool. I don't know how many yards is on there, but anyways, so there's the bow. Hey, Jan, how are you? And then I put it on the card base, just adhered it on. Like I said, this is just a pretty simple little card. I got home from my appointment today and I just didn't have time to do anything real elaborate, but I think simple is best sometimes. And then you can just trim off the baker's twine how you want. And then for the tag, that was kind of the fun part, and that's what I copied off the paper pumpkin cards that came in the kit. I kind of used their idea. I used this idea of placing the tag over the baker's twine, and then I kind of copied this little layering technique idea. So you guys have probably done that, but that's a trick to kind of, if you see something you really like, you know, use what you have and copy it. It's like a sketch. And I love this stamp is from the Amazing Life stamp set. I love the I believe in you, and I love the you are amazing. I say you are amazing all the time. I love the yay. I say that all the time too. And we've got what's the holiday in March? St. Patrick's Day. It's coming up. So it's got a little 4-leaf clover and the good luck. So maybe I'll be doing the card with that for St. Patrick's Day. So I'm just taking a little scrap. I think this is 5/8 inch piece of Whisper White. And I'm using the shaded spruce ink so that it coordinates back to our layering piece. And then I just snipped it. I didn't do anything fancy. And then I had a little scrap of the shaded spruce. And it is supposed to be a little shorter than the sentiment. So I just kind of eyeballed it, put my finger there, and I did that. Just trimmed it. We're done with the ink. And then I just, little bit of adhesive. And centered it like that. And then if you'll notice on the paper pumpkin card, they had a little rectangle of a coordinating color. So I decided to go ahead and pick out some of the pink. So this is powder pink. It's one of our retiring colors. And I just eyeballed it again too. It's a little shorter. So I just eyeballed it and trimmed it. This is probably, looks like 3/4 by 1.5. I just eyeballed it. I didn't do anything fancy with it. And I'm going to put that here, so I'm going to put my adhesive on that. So we don't want it to show at the top. We just want a little bit to show at the bottom. It's just our little tag. Then I put that on with a couple Stampin' Dimensionals. My favorite thing. just to give it a little depth. It's kind of raised up from the card front. And just stick your tag on there. Is it straight? Kinda. Now I meant to, but I didn't do it. I meant to add a little sparkle. So we could add some rhinestones. They're very easy and very economical too. They go a long way. You only need a few. So I'm just going to add just some rhinestones kind of on the 3 of them. Different sizes. Just adds a little sparkle there. Kind of draws your eye over there to the bow. Just another layer. Oops. And there we go. So that is the card. Very easy, very simple card today. We could put something in the inside. And when I use colored cardstock, I always like to use Whisper White or Very Vanilla, one of those colors. Okay, since we're going to put this on the inside of the card, I'm going to cut it just a 1/2 inch smaller. So I'm going to do 5 1/4 by 4. And that should fit right on the inside of our card. Kind of finishes it off nicely. And let's see, the front is "You Are Amazing." So I think the inside would be "I Believe in You." I think I'll take that. Or you could do the "So Happy to Have You in My Life." That's pretty too. That's so big. I think we'll do "I Believe in You." Or let's see. This kind of makes more sense. I should love it when I have this all figured out when I get here. Oh, I think that's good. That's good. Okay. I'm going to use my Stamparatus for that. All right, I'm going to stick this right here. And the reason I'm doing this is because this stamp is brand new and I don't really have it seasoned. So if I want to stamp it, I think my ink is going to be juicy enough, but if I want to stamp it more than once, if I use this Stamparatus, see how sticky it is because it's brand new and I haven't used it. Once I ink it up, it won't be that bad. Okay, so I'm going to ink it up with some of this shaded spruce ink. Now this reminds me of St. Patrick's Day. Oh, that was perfect. Okay, so that's good. Alrighty. There is something gluey on one of these. Keeps getting caught. So I'll just put this on the inside of this one. I can't believe I tripped over the whole thing. You guys, I'm a mess. Okay. I never promised this was professional. That's nice. I like that. I thought it might be too big, but I don't think so. What do you guys think? Okay, that's the card. Thanks for watching. Like I said, I think next Wednesday will be okay to do the copying a card at 10 like we normally do, or at 11 like we normally do, but if it changes, I will let you know. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.